Hello everyone. In this video we shall be learning the concept of force and what are its effects or its consequences. So in simple terms, a force is defined as the push or the pull. So let's say there is an object over here. So suppose this is an object, and if I tell you to move this object, so what will do? You will either push in this direction or pull in this direction, isn't it? Similar is the case of a door, isn't it? The door panel. So to open it, either you push or pull. So in simple terms, that means, if I summarize, force is defined as the push or the pull. All right. Now let us try to understand what are its effects. So that means if I apply force, what are the things that can happen? The very first thing that can happen is that if an object is at rest, I can set it in motion. That means stationary means anything which is at rest. Stationary objects can move if I apply force. So this is an object, suppose, and if I apply force in this direction, it can be, in this direction, if I apply, it is obviously a push, so the object will move, and object will, suppose, will come over here, isn't it? That means I have moved the object. So number one, force can set a stationary object or an object at rest into motion. The second effect is its reverse. It's reverse in the sense that, let's say this object is moving. Okay, this is moving in this particular direction, and by applying force in this direction, I can stop this object. Okay, so how shall I write this point? A moving object can be stopped by using force. Okay, my third consequence is I can slow it down. That means if an object, let's say this was traveling with a speed of 100 km per hour, by applying force from opposite direction, I can bring the speed to 50 km per hour. So how shall I write this point? It can slow down a moving object. The fourth point is its reverse. That means I can make it travel faster. So let's say this was traveling with a speed of 20 km per hour. So now if I apply force from this direction, I can increase the speed to, let's say, 60 km per hour. So how shall I summarize this? I can make it move faster. All right. Point number one was to set it in motion. Number two, can be stopped. Number three, can be slowed down. Number four, can be made to travel faster. Then now the fifth one is regarding direction. So let's say this object is initially traveling in this direction. Now if I apply force from this direction, now the object will start to travel in this direction instead of going in this direction. Okay, now it is currently going this way. So this was his initial direction, this is his final direction. That means what I have done, by applying force, I have changed the direction of motion of the object. And sixth and the final point is a very important point. So let's say this is an object over here. By applying force from this direction and this direction, that means what I am doing ultimately, I am squeezing it, isn't it? So as a result of squeezing, what happens? Its shape will change, isn't it? A karate player, what he or she does, so there is a plank of wood, right? a karate player, he will apply force from this direction and will break it down, isn't it? The plank will break into two pieces. That means what has happened? The shape of the wooden plank has changed. So by applying force, we can change the shape of an object also. So these are broadly the six consequences of forces. Okay. So in the next video, we shall be learning about contact and non-contact forces.